If your mate goes out without you, what time do you think that they should be home?
You're watching. You are watching.
You are watching.
You are watching.
You are watching.
You are watching.
You are watching. You're watching Let's Talk Relations.
Yeah.
Thank you for watching Ericson Presents and tuning in to another episode of Let's Talk Relations. If you haven't figured out by now, I'm Ericson. I hope that with each episode that you watch, that you're finding something of value that you can apply to your life, whether it be entertainment or informational. The whole purpose of this channel is to bring you information, and I really hope that we're doing that. Before we move any further, I want to take this opportunity to stop. Hit the subscribe button, hit the bell notification. And if this is feeling awkward to you, it's probably because you haven't hit the subscribe button or the bell notification button. So go ahead and hit that and then we're good. I want to give a shout out to Beth. Thank you, Beth, for leaving a comment on the last video and giving your opinion. You are always more than welcome and encouraged to give your opinion. So for this week, I was trying to figure out what I wanted to talk about before the episode, and the only thing that came to mind was my weekend. I went to Vegas with 4 of my boys and we turned all the way up. We actually drove from Sacramento, California, all the way to Vegas, Nevada. And I can hear people now saying, why on earth would you drive all the way to Vegas when you can get on a plane? I can honestly say that the drive to Vegas was just as fun as being in Vegas. My boys taught me how to play craps, so I got on the craps table, won some money, lost some money. Ultimately, I won more money than I lost. Thank you to the slot machines, Wheel of Fortune. So it was good. I had a great weekend. And so as we're driving home, I'm thinking to myself, what episode am I going to put up this week? Then I thought of a question that kind of goes with the theme of us leaving for the weekend. And the question is, if your mate goes out without you, what time do you think that they should be home? You already know what we about to do. We about to find out. Let's talk relations.
No, there ain't no time limit. Whatever time y'all get done doing what you doing. Like, went out with her friends, I could go out to the club, I go out to eat after, I don't care.
I'm not your mom. I'm not going to give you a time limit. Just come home safe. Don't come home smelling like other women or with lipstick on your collar.
Oh shit, she has a time limit. She'll put me on that.
2 o'clock.
No, hell no. If my boys be like, oh, let's go out at like 8 or something, or 7, she'd be expecting me to come home at midnight or 11 o'clock or 11:30, some shit around there, before 1, basically. Yes, you don't even.
It depends.
Depends on what, where we go.
Yeah.
A bar most of the time. We don't go to the club.
There's no time limit. They can be out as long as they want. I mean, if they say they're going to be home after the bars and then they end up going over to the boys' house afterwards, just let me know. I don't care if you're out all night. It's just about communicating.
Well, a weeknight, I would want them home at probably before midnight if they have to wake up by 8, because to me that's like responsible, and you don't want to be out way late just so you do a crap job the next day, because that's not good. But in terms of the weekend, as long as you tell me if you're gonna be out super late and I don't have to wait up for you, I don't care what time you get home because I'm gonna go to bed.
If you go out till 2 o'clock and then you go out to eat, so then you get home around 3:30, that's fine. I'm okay with that. If you're too drunk to drive and you can't get home and you gotta stay at your friend's house, then like I expect a call. Let me know, hey, I drank too much at John's house.
Whenever they feel like it. I mean, I expect maybe a text that just says, hey, I'm still out, you know, we're going to get home late, or, you know, like, or I'm going to go kick it at so-and-so's house, and, you know, I may not come home, but that's pretty much it. Like, if they're out, they're doing their own thing. Like, I don't expect to have to keep tabs on them.
If my mate is grown, whenever time they, yeah, my thing is get home safely. If you're out with your friends, I'm not going to put a curfew on you because I'm not come home to a curfew. Therefore, I will give you the same courtesy and respect. Just get home safely. No driving drunk and things like that.
I don't think there's a time limit. I think as long as you communicate throughout the night, or if there's a set plan. If you're going out to a club, I mean, naturally do I want my mate closing down the club? No. But I mean,
okay if they do.
Yeah, but it's okay if they do. And
this is Sacramento. Clubs close at what time? 2 o'clock, 1:30, 2,
something like that.
So I'm thinking if you went to a club, the club closes at 2, then I think a respectful time is to be home no later than 3:30.
Right.
I mean, they shouldn't. There's not a time limit that they should be home. It just depends on like if he was supposed to do something with her, then yeah, he should be home in time, not drunk.
Go fuck. I mean, cause like I put myself in that position. Like shit, sometimes shit happens. You know what I mean? Like the other night, I went to one of my shows, and then a homie hit me up, wanted to go to the club, and so I'm like, all right, I'll go to the club. And then after the club, we went to an after spot. You know what I mean? So shit happens.
Come home anytime you want to come home, boo, but as long as you come home, shit. Cause I already know if you out, I'm at the house drinking on some wine, something about to go down. So come home anytime you want to come down, as long as he come home. So I don't be tripping off that shit, no. Because when I'm out, I want the same respect.
He's only ever gone out one time without me with his friends, and I didn't care what time he got home because I was sleeping and I had to go to work in the morning. I don't think that you should try to tell someone what time they need to be home because it's up to them to make that own decision for themselves. So he needed to make their own decision what time he was going to come home, or at that time when we were dating, come back to my place, because I'm not going to try to tell him what to do because I want to see what he's going to do.
Yeah, that's a tough one. Are we living together or are we not? If we're not living together and they go out, you know, with their friends, I mean, it's you know, whatever they feel like doing, you know, girls' night, whatever, you know, they're out for the whole night, you know, that's fine, club, bar, whatever they decide to do. If we're living together, I would say, like, I would expect, you know, like, probably, like, right around, like, if they go to the bar or club, like, right around when they close, like, 2:30, 3.
Yeah, but I know the clubs end at 2.
But you still be tripping.
No, not all the time.
Nancy.
Sometimes I do.
No, all the time she do. Yes, you do. So her, I don't have a time. I'll tell her.
Oh, you are lying.
But I think if you communicate, I mean, if you leave the house saying, you know, hey, I'm going out with, you know, my boys, we're just going to grab a couple beers and watch the game, and it's 5 in the morning and I haven't heard from you. Okay, yeah, no, you need to explain.
But it's hard because we go to happy hour where most people go to happy hour.
Start at brunch. It's not happy hour.
1 or 2 hours, and we will go and meet at 3 p.m. and we're sitting in the same spot until 11 p.m. So
right,
we get it.
But we communicate though. When we're in relationships, we'll say, "Hey, I'm still here."
But I'm just like looking at the span of time, like, you know, time when you're having fun with your friends. Sometimes
it depends on where you're going and what you're going out with. If you're going out, you should go out. You shouldn't have a time limit. I think that's.
But that's what I'm saying. It depends because, like, he's gone out while I was at work, and he's like said, "Okay, get ready. By the time you get off work, get ready. I'll come and pick you up." He shows up to pick me up, but he's drunk, so all he does is go to sleep. So that's what I mean. It depends.
You can go do whatever you want as long as it falls in our relationship guidelines. I don't care if you go flirt with girls. That is not an issue to me. I just want you to communicate with me.
But if it's sort of like they say they'll be home by 10 and they're not, that's really irritating. So I don't really think there's like a natural curfew. It should just be whenever you say you're gonna be home.
Putting all that like unnecessary, like negative, like energy in relationships and like just like always worrying about shit, like that shows a lot of insecurity. You know what I mean? So if you're secure with yourself and you trust your female, if you're male, like who gives a fuck? I mean, you know what they're doing. I mean, you know what you do when you go out with your friends. Shit gets crazy sometimes. So gives a fuck.
I have to concur with her with that because I love my space, and you. Like a relationship cannot function without space. You go do your thing. You have a respect level. I have a respect level. We communicate. We on the same page. Do your thing. Come home when you come home. Enjoy each other when we leave. Right when you come home. So go out. Relieve that stress, because I don't want to hear all that nagging shit. You gotta talk that shit with your boys. Talk that shit with your boys, but don't come to me with that bullshit, because you might get the wrong response and we break up and shit. Then it's all bad.
I say I know the bar closes at 2, but I know that a lot of guys like to go out to eat afterwards. So if I'm at home with the kids or just at home doing my Hallmark and wine night, I'm not gonna expect you home by 2 or 3. Come home safely. Just know though, you may not get a full 8 hours of sleep because I'm gonna want your attention the next day.
No, I'm not lying.
Yes, you are.
I don't even call you. Look.
Oh, you are lying.
Okay, okay, I probably am.
He is lying. He is so lying.
No, I call her. I'll call her to see how she doing. Just probably one time.
And you'll say like, "Oh, what time are you coming home?" The kids are asking for
No, get the fuck out, Nancy.
You do.
Nancy, I do not ask you.
And then you say, "I just do that to you because you do that
Exactly.
to me."
I probably done it a handful of times because of the fact that every single time if I do something, she does call multiple times. She'll call right when I leave the house. I hate that. I just left. I just got in the car. I just closed the door. I just turned the key in the motherfucking ignition.
I just want to make sure he didn't get carjacked on the way to the car. Like,
yeah, but that's what sucks about, one of the things that sucks about being in a relationship with somebody you live with is that they expect you home and you have to be home at a time or a reasonable time. If not, they're going to want to know where you were at. Versus if you didn't live with somebody, you can do whatever you want. I can get drunk, I can hang out with my friend, even if they're my girlfriend. If we don't live together, if you.
But still, like that's that's part of a relationship.
Yeah, but to me, it's strange because if you were still my girlfriend, you had your own place. If I'm get drunk and I hang out at one of my friends' house,
I'm still gonna ask you.
Yeah, you could ask me what time did you get. You'll ask me what. Yeah, you can. I can tell you. Oh, I'm spending the night at my friend what's the name's house. Oh, okay, cool. Blah 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 blah. Whether you call me at 6 in the morning, you're still there. Yep, I spent the night. I stayed on the couch. Cool. But if I live with you now, that's not possible. I have to make my way back home. You have to come home because why? Our home isn't complete because we live together.
So go out, have your space, have your time, do you. So I'm gonna do me, and I want that same respect. So if we're on the same respectful field level, then we're good.
Do you, boo boo, do you, please. Woo.
Like, you don't need to be out and about going to like after parties and stuff like that. Like, I don't know, I feel like anybody that I dated would already have that level of respect that you don't be out all night like that. Like, so I think 3:30 is a good time. I'm not gonna put a curfew on you. I'm not gonna be like, oh, you came home at 4, you're supposed to be home by 3:30. Like, now I gotta stab you in the throat. Like, yeah, I'm not gonna do that.
It's about trust, you know. I hope she come home at a reasonable time. But I mean, if she's out with her friends, or I don't want her driving drunk. So my thing is, as long as she's safe, I know where she's at. She's picking her phone up. I would rather assume that everything's cool before I start jumping to conclusions about her doing. I trust her, until she gives me a reason to not trust her. It's not going to be a big thing. She don't go out like that. If she did go out all the time like that, we wouldn't be together because that's a red flag. I wouldn't marry a woman that's out like that all the time. But so if she did it every now and then, I don't have a problem with it.
Yeah, I mean, we went out one day to Chipotle and ended up in Reno. And remember that? I mean, we were both single at the time, but yeah, we started at Chipotle at, it was originally supposed to be Popeyes, but
Chipotle 7 p.m.
7 p.m. and then
made it back home at noon the next day.
Yeah. Sometimes things happen, but communication is key.
That's because you want to come home, stuff.
No, I do want to come home, but it's like at the same time, sometimes like I'm having fun at the moment and I am tired. I don't want to risk driving. I ain't trying to pay for an Uber. I can sleep.
When?
I'm just saying hypothetically, you come pick me up. You be like, nope, you can't stay right there on somebody's couch. I'm gonna come get you.
I'm on my way.
Exactly. So that's what I'm saying. So it's like it's weird. Like I think it's dumb that you have to be home if you live with somebody.
No, something could have happened.
She called stop.
The streets are crazy.
No, stop, because you really that should be fucking pissing me off. And then when I do get to my location,
but you do that too. You can't.
No, but you do it way more than I do.
I do it way more.
And yeah, I do it because I'll be like, I do call and be like, what's up, but 10 o'clock.
I do it.
And when 10 o'clock hit, what happens?
Don't try to act like you don't do it too.
But when 10 o'clock hits, I do not call her. I be sleep.
No, Nancy, not all the time.
I don't be sleeping.
Okay, first of all, I've asked before, like, if I forgot what the situation was, but you were the one that said, no, you can't spend a night at no friend's house. I forgot what the situation was. So you feel the same way too.
You?
Yes.
I don't know about that.
I think it was when you were in LA.
And you were gonna spend the night at one of your friends' house?
I was just playing. I wasn't really gonna.
I don't think so. I don't think you actually said that.
I did. No.
I think you just made that up.
No, because I was like, I'm gonna go hang out, and if I get too drunk, I'm just gonna stay there.
I don't think so.
I forgot whose house it was. But you were like, no.
I doubt that.
I don't know. You go out more than
Unless I'm drinking or something, I'll be sitting up waiting and chilling, waiting for her to get here so we can get nasty. But I'll be sleeping.
I don't know, because you go out more than me, though.
I do.
So.
You don't have friends.
I do have friends.
If you have friends, you go out as much as I do.
My friends are gone. They're all in different states.
That's your fault. Not mine.
Who wants to be my friend?